You aren't failing because you're lazy, you're failing because you are dragging an anchor you didn't even choose. Most people spend decades fighting the wind when the real weight is underwater. Today, I'm showing you how to cut the chain and reclaim your momentum with my internal audit system. I've linked my books for you in the description below. Imagine you are standing at the edge of a great expanse. You want to move, you want to soar, but your feet feel like they are made of lead. That isn't exhaustion, it's the weight of a story someone else wrote for you. For years, you've worn a mask that feels like skin, trying to fit into a box that was designed to keep you small. But there's a fire inside you that refuses to be extinguished. It's that restless hunger you feel on a Tuesday morning at your kitchen table. It's time to stop asking for permission to exist. It's time to realize that your potential is an ocean, and you've been living in a puddle. So what is this invisible anchor? Where did it come from? For most of us, it starts in childhood. Think back. Remember being told, be careful, don't try that, it's too risky, or maybe that's not for people like us. These weren't malicious comments. They were meant to protect you. They were loving attempts to keep you safe from failure, disappointment, or harm. But what happens when that protective bubble follows you into adulthood? It becomes a cage. The well-meaning warnings of be careful slowly morph into an internal voice that says, you can't. The desire to keep you safe becomes a set of chains that keep you small, keeping you from taking the very risks that lead to growth and fulfillment. The strategies that kept you safe as a child are the exact things suffocating your potential as an adult. Let's do a quick pattern interrupt. Think of a job you stayed in for far too long. Why? Was it really the best opportunity, or was it just because it felt safe and predictable? That feeling of safety is the anchor at work. Now that we understand where the weight comes from, we have to give it a name. This anchor is powered by a specific, insidious lie. A quiet whisper that has become the background noise of your life. For many, that lie sounds something like this: I am not enough. Not smart enough. Not talented enough. Not disciplined enough. Not worthy enough. It shows up when you think about starting a business, and a voice says, who are you to do that? It appears when you want to ask for a raise, and the thought pops up, you should be grateful for what you have. This not enough narrative is the source code for self-sabotage. It convinces you to play small because it tells you that the world outside your comfort zone is too big for you. But it's a lie. Your job isn't to argue with it. Your job is to identify it, label it for what it is, a false story, and then begin to starve it of its power. To do that, we have to become detectives of our own history. Who gave this lie its power? It's not about blame, it's about understanding. Was it a teacher who overlooked you? A parent who constantly compared you to a sibling? A boss who dismissed your ideas? Or maybe it wasn't a person at all, but a situation, a past failure that you misinterpreted as a verdict on your capabilities. Think about a specific memory where you felt that not enough feeling for the first time. Visualize it. Who was there? What was said? By tracing this belief back to its origin, you realize something profound. It was never yours to begin with. Someone, or something, handed you this weight, and you've been carrying it ever since. But here's the truth. Just because someone gave it to you doesn't mean you have to keep it. This is where everything changes. This is the sovereignty shift. It's the moment you decide, consciously and with total conviction, that your worth is non-negotiable. It's not up for debate. It doesn't depend on your productivity, your job title, your bank account, or anyone else's opinion. You were born worthy. Period. This isn't an arrogant declaration, it's a fundamental reclaiming of your personal power. It's drawing a line in the sand and saying, my value is innate. It cannot be earned, and it cannot be taken away. When you truly internalize this, the not enough story starts to lose its grip. You stop seeking external validation because you have become the source of your own. You stop asking for permission to take up space because you realize you are entitled to it simply by existing. Here's a question for you. If you woke up tomorrow, had zero fear of judgment from anyone, your parents, your friends, your boss, strangers on the internet, what is the very first thing you would change about your life? Just think about it for a second. The answer to that question reveals what your soul is actually asking for. It's pointing you toward the life that's waiting on the other side of that invisible anchor. Now, let's get practical. How do we turn this shift in mindset into a tangible reality? This is my internal audit system. It's a simple, 3-step process to draft the blueprint for your new identity. Grab a pen and paper or open a new note on your phone. Step 1 is deconstruction. Write down 3 limiting beliefs that hold you back. These are your not enoughs. For example, I'm not creative enough to start my own project. Or I'm too old to change careers. Get them out of your head and onto the page. Step 2 is redefinition. Next to each limiting belief, you're going to write a new, empowering truth. This isn't wishful thinking, it's a statement of intent. So, I'm not creative enough becomes my unique perspective is my creative advantage. I'm too old to change careers becomes my life experience gives me the wisdom to succeed in a new field. You are literally rewriting the stories you tell yourself. Step 3 is action evidence. This is the most important part. For each new truth, you need to identify one small, immediate action you can take to prove it to yourself. For my unique perspective is my creative advantage, your action might be to spend 15 minutes brainstorming ideas for that project. For my experience is my wisdom, your action might be to research one online course in your desired new field. The goal isn't to achieve the big outcome overnight. It's to collect tiny pieces of evidence that your new story is true. Each small action chips away at the old anchor. You've done the work. You've identified the anchor, understood its origins, reclaimed your sovereignty, and drafted a new blueprint. Now, there's only one thing left to do: take the final leap. This is the moment you step off the cliff of comfort. It doesn't have to be a giant, terrifying jump. It's often just one small, decisive step in the direction of your new identity. It's sending that email. It's signing up for that class. It's publishing that first post. It's having that difficult conversation. It's the first action from your action evidence list. The fear won't be gone. You will feel it. Your heart will pound, and the old voices will scream, trying to pull you back to safety. But this time, you know they're just echoes from a past that is no longer yours. This leap is your declaration of freedom. It's the moment you finally cut the chain. The journey to an extraordinary life isn't about becoming someone new. It's about unbecoming everything that isn't you, so you can finally be the person you were meant to be all along. If you're ready to stop playing small and continue this journey, make sure to subscribe to the channel. We're building a community of people who are done with being average. Thanks for watching.